Welcome back to episode 163. Hey, Noelle.
Hey.
Nice and chilly out.
I love it.
Yeah. It was like, they were saying 6 days ago it was 85 here.
Yeah.
So today it was, about 47 and windy? Yeah, no, it's fall. It's nice. I know Gail doesn't like this. She hates it. Everyone's here. We're full strength.
Give me my 80.
80, yeah. Everyone's here tonight. Robin and Jerry.
Hi, guys.
Robin,
Hi,
how are you?
everyone.
Everyone.
Hi, Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave D'Angelo.
So before we get into stuff, there's something real important. The City of Niagara Falls Police usually don't do this. So I want to play a report that's something that's going on here, but anywhere in Niagara County or Erie County, you want to pay attention.
You didn't post anything about D'Angelo when that's going on.
No.
You didn't touch that.
No, not at all. They wouldn't even touch it at all.
No.
They had to be taken out of the picture. All right, here we go.
They believe to be connected to two sexual assaults. Both incidents happened a little more than 2 weeks apart from each other, and they are eerily similar. The first incident happened on September 19th around 11:30 at night near Pine Plaza on the corner of Niagara Falls Boulevard and Military Road. Police say a man held a woman at gunpoint in the parking lot, forcing her behind a business and sexually assaulting her. He then walked away toward Military Road. Now, the second incident happened this past Friday, just before 8 p.m. in the Tops parking lot on Portage Road. We are told the suspect forced a teenager to the backside of a business at gunpoint, sexually assaulted them, and walked away. He was last seen walking on Ashland Avenue near Rainbow Fashions. The suspect is described as a black or Hispanic man with a light complexion between 5'7" and 5'11", possibly in his 20s. He was last seen wearing a dark clothing and a backpack with a dark face mask. Because the suspect had a gun in both cases, police urge extreme caution if you come in contact with him. Anyone with information is asked to call the Niagara Falls Police Department. Their phone number is 716-286-45.
All right, so I would say they would be for anywhere around. I mean, this person may just not stay in Niagara Falls.
Might be like Jediah. Whatever his name was, just travel everywhere.
Yeah, go to Lockport, go wherever. But obviously, it's pretty scary stuff. So you might want to just be aware of your surroundings.
So my question is, if they catch them, will you get in trouble?
Yeah, right. They're gonna...
Well, we'll have to see who it is first. We might want to check the name to make sure who they know or what they've done. Let's see what we got.
I wonder if it's because he's been watching this and knows that, like, oh, look, if he walked away, he got 4 months.
Yeah, this is the place to be, right? There's Burdette. Hey, Burdette. Hey, Chris.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Love you, man.
Scott's here. Everyone's here. We got a big full house. Burdette thinks it's a homeless illegal. More than likely.
I think so too.
Probably.
I think so too.
It could be, but you got restricted, huh? They always get robbed.
They raped in Cheektowaga.
Did they?
Cheektowaga had 2 rapes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mayor Adams, about a month or so ago, so they're overburdened, over 90,000 of them. So he started busting them out, and Kathy Hochul and them allowed this, and so did pulling cars. Gave the case, so they put them in the Red Roof Inn and another hotel in Cheektowaga, and within a few days, 2 women were raped. And then they got all of them. They had to call the National Guard and round up these people, and they shipped them back to New York. You can check it out on any news you want.
Wow.
And 2 women raped by Joe Biden's taxpayer-funded illegal invasion of the United States.
And right now, right in Niagara Falls, who knows what's going on? But you got to stay aware, because obviously this guy has a gun and he's dragging teenagers or any woman he can get his hands on.
Yeah.
So let's pay attention. All right, Noelle, what else do we? You know what? I want to say one thing first. Remember the teacher?
Yeah.
Remember teacher? We did this whole thing about the teacher at Geraldine Mann that wants to be named teacher. I guess the only thing is I'm not going to be intimidated by that.
No.
I mean, I don't care what you guys say out there.
Yeah, keep it up.
Because at no point during this whole thing, did we say anything about that person's
Nothing.
lifestyle or even
Yeah.
gave a care less?
I even said I could care less. I
Mhm.
mean, but you want to keep coming after us. You want to keep making threats. That is going to be shown to the school tomorrow when I go there, and there's going to be some problems. I'm not
And
going to
you
have
know
my
what?
kids around that.
She's putting her personal situation on the kids by simply saying, I don't want to be called this or that. I want to be called teacher, because now she's bringing the whole subject up and exposing it to kids that don't give a shit
Right.
and that don't want any part of it. And I'm sure the parents
Well,
know.
when kids are
That
asking
young
too.
lady,
Right.
whoever she is, I would remove her immediately.
Well, her thing is she's telling the children, I don't know what I am. So
So
what
call
is
me
that
teacher.
doing? Yeah, what is that doing to a kid? Now it's gonna make them question, well, what am I?
Right.
Like,
Do
and
I
they're
know
too
what I
young.
am?
Yeah, you're too young to have to put something like that into a kid's head. When you were born, you either have parts or you don't. Looking, and I'm sorry, but I said that to my granddaughter. I said, if they ever say it to you again, say, well, look in your pants. It won't lie. I mean, she'll probably get in trouble, but
You're gonna get in trouble.
look at your pants.
Start
Right.
speaking out.
I don't know what I am.
Right.
I thought you were a music teacher. What, should we call you a different
No.
name? How if I call you a C clef?
Yeah, but then
What I'm thinking though is too, I think the school board messed up by not.
and if you're a grocery clerk, like then are you unhappy? Like now are we belittling those who aren't? If we're calling people by their profession,
Oh yeah, you'd have to be.
like
grocery clerk,
if
yeah.
you're not CEO, you're grocery clerk. Now, are we making you feel bad because?
Yes. Yeah, you're making us.
We
feel
wouldn't be
good.
talking about it if there wasn't a reason to talk about it. There's parents who are legit concerned and don't want that around their children, and they came to us and told us about it, so we're speaking.
And
So
the
there's a lot of people concerned about it.
and the Niagara Falls Board of Education or whatever the school, they should have given the parents a notice. Let them know before the school year. They could have easily done that to say what's coming.
Right.
Because if they would have done that, who knows? I don't know. But if they let people know that we're going to have something we've never had before, unprecedented, I've never heard of this.
And she's
Right,
not going to
right.
have her daddy jump in and try to save the day and harass people. Like,
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
not going to happen because that's getting shown to the school tomorrow. When I
What-
go there's her father harassing everybody for her. Because that's what she is. She's
Yeah,
a-
I mean,
And-
like, does he really think that he's gonna get away with sending people texts and messages, threatening them? Like, really?
Yeah, it's
Right.
gonna matter.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. And then we got Dennis too, who's working on something himself.
yeah, good.
So when he gets that, he's gonna put it out.
Attack
where he's
Dennis's
gonna
kid. Attack Dennis's child.
Yeah. Yeah, they did everything. No one's scared though. No one cares. We've been tried to be intimidated by worse
Yeah.
than that. You know what I mean? Bigger and worse and all that. Been sued, I don't know,
Right.
countless times.
Oh, won't let you tag the rapist dad.
Yeah, it's lights
Yeah.
out for him. He had to have realized I wonder if he realized he made a mistake.
Oh, he must have.
He must have, right?
Yeah,
At some
somewhere
point
along
he had
the
to say,
line.
ooh.
As soon as I said, is that a threat?
Yeah, he was done.
Well, we still got
Yeah.
time on the show. Maybe he'll grow a pair of kahoonies and get on the show and get his big mouth. And
Yeah, why doesn't Dave
express
D'Angelo
himself.
come on the
I'd
show?
love to talk.
I would love him to come on the
I
show.
invited them over. Come over and have a little beer with me. We're gonna have a hootenanny.
Yeah. What's it say? You would think he would. What a be back. Yeah, definitely. All right. So since we're talking about him, why don't I run the footage
Yeah.
of somebody? Well, we can talk over it. Hold on. Let's play.
Step back around the corner. We're gonna have to give us some space, you guys.
Former CPS attorney for Niagara County Child Protective Services at level 3
Yeah. And he's in level 3. That really then.
We didn't think that you'd get level 3 either.
No,
No.
but thank God. that
Yes,
the-
his father's defending him. He went on my Facebook page talking mad shit to me. I quote exactly what the father said. I posted it. All I did was post a post saying thank you to everybody. And still, I want to say thank you to everybody who wrote letters to the judge requesting that Nick D'Angelo be a level 3 sex offender. So I posted something about that. Dave D'Angelo goes on my page and goes, Noelle, you are such a pathetic liar. You have no idea how his case in 2009 ended. I'll give you two today bits. She admitted to girls in the lunchroom, which is totally false. That she lied about the whole thing and her rape test came back completely negative and that she was still a virgin. That's because she was raped anally. And after these facts came out, they stopped coming to the hearing, embarrassed, yep, all because they wanted 6 figures and ended up with shit. Why don't you tell your mom and dad what you're really hiding? You've been lying to them, hope they never find out the truth. You're a piece of shit just like Amber. And he's referring to the girl that Nick D'Angelo raped in 2009. He's making up lies about that. Then he says, how about the brave victim who said in her statement that she asked Nick if they were going on a second date after a so-called rape, right? Such bullshit. The girl never asked Nick D'Angelo to go on a second date. That's a huge lie. So Dave D'Angelo is not only making up lies, but going on and saying stuff about the victims. A sealed, right? A sealed document. It's all sealed now. You're not supposed to be talking about it. He went on there. He defamed the shit out of the victim, made up tons of false statements. So he's gonna get sued for it. Big time. He even, yes, Katie, he even made a threat towards me. He said, put all your cards on the table, Elle. You've attacked my son, my daughter, my wife. Your day is coming. That's what he said to me. He also said they have no proof and his attorney was weak. We know what they had. You don't know shit, only making up exaggeration. His attorney was weak. Nick D'Angelo had the best attorneys you can get. Both times.
Yeah.
Cambria,
Paul
right?
Cambria is a huge lawyer.
Is
Yeah.
that of his office?
Yeah.
He got the deal, like you said a million times, deal of the
Deal of
century.
the country. They
4
got
months in jail.
4 months.
And
That's it.
all the other girls, the 3 other girls who are gonna come forward after this trial, and don't ask me why, they must have known that they were gonna do something like this because they made these girls wait until this trial was over before they can bring their
Right.
charges,
It made no
which
sense.
makes no sense at all.
Yep.
Now those charges can no longer be prosecuted for this deal that they gave them.
And it's funny because it never made sense.
No.
Every time I always thought, why wouldn't you just put them all together and
Right.
let's go?
Right, let's
Yep.
keep adding, let's keep adding. No.
Yeah. He got 4 months, so Dave or whoever else should be so happy
Yeah, Dave should be.
because this guy should be in prison.
Yeah.
Where he wouldn't be. It would be a whole different
The best part
story.
is he's going on what his son's telling him. He's not going to based on facts, any of the facts and the proof. And there was so much proof and
Right,
evidence in this case. I mean, he's basically saying him raping a minor is okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Like, what about your son paying a minor for sex trafficking a child?
Right.
Like, what's that about? What excuse do you have for that, Dave D'Angelo?
Well,
Your son
sure
sex
that-
trafficked a minor from CPS custody.
And I'm sure his son is telling him he didn't do any of that. They're all coming after me. It's a witch hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotta be. Because how could his father believe that he did absolutely nothing? You were
Right.
indicted by a grand jury, so there had to be enough proof and
To
evidence.
go forward. Yeah.
Yeah, Katie, you're right. The jail sentence doesn't match the sex
Right,
offender
yep.
status. He got violent, level 3, which is the worst of the worst. And you let a violent sex offender, rapist, only have 4 months in jail? Tell me his lawyers were great. I
Oh
can't
my
wait till
God,
his
yeah.
lawyers find out that
And
they thought that they were-
as a father, and he had the absolute disgraceful nerve to come after my daughter. And if he had a beef, he should have come talk to me, man to man,
Yeah.
face to face, which I would have
Right.
done. I still offer that to this day. Come and talk to me face to face. You got such a big mouth.
Yeah,
Come see me face to
come
face.
tell us the lies.
Yeah.
Come tell us the lies.
Yeah.
Cowards run.
Nothing I've
When
said
you
about
confront
any has ever so far been a lie. Nothing. I have proof and evidence to back all of it up.
And to make it sound like you're hiding something.
Yeah, what am I hiding?
Yeah.
At
If
this-
I was hiding something, they would have exposed it.
Yeah,
Oh my
like,
God,
what,
yeah.
like
Everything.
what haven't they?
I would have been in jail by now for making false reports, everything. Like, no.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
hasn't
What
been
haven't?
said?
What
Dear
haven't
God.
they said
or made up or whatever you
implied
say?
Why
or-
did he tell me what I was hiding?
Yeah.
Why did he?
And if Dave is listening, and I'm sure one of them is listening to this,
Oh, there.
what about John Flynn after he saw all the evidence, the 12 count indictment on TV? Dave said the evidence against Nick D'Angelo is so numerous
Disturbing.
and disturbing that I recommend he be held until trial. So John Flynn, the head DA of Buffalo, must be a fucking liar too.
Yeah.
Right, Dave?
Everyone's lying.
Yeah, everyone's lying. It's
Everyone's
not
lying.
Nick. It's not like
No.
Nick's done this before or anything like that. No, it's just everybody else is liars. The proof and evidence simply doesn't exist. It means nothing.
Yeah, I don't. And then when you
Obviously,
go ahead.
Dave and his wife have money, and that's what has done this. That
Well, now they're hurting because they had to buy Nick a house.
right, yeah, but still, I mean, who just has the money sitting around to say, okay, well, we'll just relocate you to Cambria.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry.
Where's he
Yeah,
moving to? Pedophile Avenue? Where's he going?
But we'll make sure that where
We'll
he
find out.
lives, when we
I-
find out his new house, yeah,
We'll let
we
you
might
know.
have to get some posters going up.
And
We
I can't wait
definitely
to
will
see
need
how
to.
far it is from a school and a park.
Sure. Let's see what she says here. I feel bad always bringing up my case when you guys talk about this case, but what you said was so similar to the pedophile I'm dealing with. He ran into someone at the store not long ago, and it was brought up about all the young girls he's raped, and his response was, "Well, I didn't do what they didn't want me to do." Wow.
Wow.
Minors are minors, pedophiles are pedophiles, scumbags. You're right.
That's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, your story, that's disgusting, the whole damn
Yeah.
thing with that guy. That I wish I could remember. You guys remember, I just can't remember, it's out of town.
Yeah.
I can't remember where. Wrobin, do you remember? Is it like Smith something or
Stevens Town or
something like that? Yeah.
Stevensville.
That guy
One of the two.
owning an ice cream stand or whatever the hell
Yeah.
it was. And he was the town supervisor or highway department guy, whatever. There it is, Steventown. Yeah. We haven't forgotten that one. That's disgusting. Can you imagine he said that?
I know.
Right there, you should,
Disgusting.
and you can't.
That's such a pedophile
But think
statement.
about that. That can be said and they don't get arrested.
Right.
Like that's it.
He
It doesn't.
basically
it's a-
admitted it too.
Oh yeah.
He admitted it.
Wow, that's an incredible statement.
I want to make a thing too. You have to get 110 points to be a level 3 sex offender. Nick D'Angelo scored 165. 165 points. Way above level 3. So I don't know if his lawyers, because his weak lawyers, according to Dave, are going to try and appeal that, but good luck.
Well, yeah, it said right in the news article thing that his lawyer plans on appealing it. Well, you're gonna have to get rid of 66 of those points
Right.
in
Yeah.
order to be below level 3 sex offender.
Dave should be shaking their hands and hugging them.
Yeah,
because
he
they've done a
should.
great job.
He gets to
They-
see his son for Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything.
He
His son
didn't have to get
Right.
beat up in prison. All he had to do was go
Exactly.
sit there.
Dave,
Yeah.
what Dave shoid be doing is offering you guys an apology.
I told him
Yeah.
that myself.
Yeah.
His son, and I'm sorry, but his son could be dead.
Yeah.
He could have been dead. One of the parents of any
Sure.
one of these things could have lost it and killed him.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get real now.
Right.
And I've had many people walk up to me and said, if that was my kid, all right, and I'll leave the rest of the story there.
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
it's
A lot
true,
of people said it.
a lot of
Mhm.
people said it.
Yeah, that's crazy about Dave and anyone else in his family. They should be thrilled with
Yeah.
what's gone on because level 3 still isn't not
He
clear on the nothing. It's not enough.
They blamed the lawyers back in 2009 also. They did the same thing. They blamed the lawyers back in 2009. It's the lawyers' fault.
And they got him.
And they got off in 2009
Yeah.
also.
called a good boy on the
all the
paper.
good, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know this guy. And it's funny. Why would he wait till now to all of a sudden start talking?
Right.
This has been
Because
going
something
on.
finally didn't go his way.
Right.
Everything so far
Right.
has been going the way they wanted it to. He's been getting off hook with everything. Finally, something didn't go the D'Angelo's way. He got level 3 sex offender, and that was a
And
And
different.
boy, do I have a bad feeling about this, the lawyer revisiting it or going back at it.
Of course.
Because
Well, on the
Everything-
22nd at, what was it, 2:00? What time was it at?
Yeah,
2:00?
I think so. That's
Yeah. I want to be there and I want to watch and see exactly what's happening now, because how can you get 66 points taken off?
right.
But
Yeah.
I want to see his lawyers do that.
Yeah, he can't even go down.
Then I'll shake their hands and say, wow, you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already did a miracle by keeping him out of prison. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, so
All those felonies, all of it.
Michelle Smith said, if he was so innocent, why did he accept the guilty plea? I get defending your child, but there has to be a point where you have to admit that he's just a horrible person. Exactly. He took that guilty.
Or at least have an apology sent out to the victim. you saw Nick in court, obviously.
Yeah, when,
No
you know, the
apology to
father didn't show
anybody.
up to the.
Where were
court
you?
date.
Where were they?
Where were the, where
If
was,
that was my son, I would have been there in court.
Yeah.
Even if he was guilty, I would have stood by him.
Yeah.
And then I would have read a letter of apology to the victim.
yeah, the father
That's what
didn't
I
show
would've
up to any of the court, not one of them.
Oh, nothing. He doesn't know nothing. He has no
He doesn't know
business.
shit. So if he would have sat there and listened to what that one victim had to say,
He was busy making money to pay the good lawyers that the rest of the people in the world don't get.
Right.
I don't think the people out there realize he had 11 felonies, 12
12,
actually,
12.
12 felonies. One of them was against a minor. He's got all kinds of stuff going on here, right?
Violent stuff too.
Right.
I mean, he's
Yeah, he was throwing people
Throwing
out of
people out
cars
of
and
cars,
doing all
yeah.
that shit on the side of the road. He got 4 months. So those are
and
some
like
of
you
the
said, it's all
greatest.
violent.
Those are some of the greatest lawyers you could have.
Yeah.
I don't even imagine. We had a guy who spray painted a fence and got 7 years in prison.
Yeah.
How about those lawyers? Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, that too. I'm sick of hearing people feel bad for the parents. Don't feel bad for the parents. The parents are just pigs, okay? They don't care. They attack the victims. They always attack the
They
victims.
show their
so
true
I don't feel bad
colors.
for the parents.
They've
The parents, I don't say specific as a parent. I
Yeah.
don't feel bad for the parents.
No,
They enable it.
no, I can't.
Right.
I can't in this situation because way back when, way back when, I think they had to have known.
Yeah.
Even because we know of stories before 2009. Remember?
Right.
So they had to have known. So why not try to get them? Do something to try to help it.
They did nothing but try to get them out.
they absolutely do, because the neighborhood, and I know a lot of people in that neighborhood who I've talked to, all said he was squirrely.
Yeah.
And they knew something was wrong with this guy.
I've talked
They
to
knew
people
it.
who grew up with them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who grew up with them, lived next to them or across
And
from them.
said some
They've all
crazy
said
stuff.
that they every single one of them are psychotic. They have issues. Nick's been like this ever since he was a little boy. Nick wanted to be a priest. What little boy wants to be a priest when they grow up?
Would be perfect for him.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but there's some sick stuff we did hear from the past
Yeah.
that other people said, hey,
Right.
And you know what? I
Come
put
on.
it
Enough.
on the parents, some
Yeah.
of it, because
Oh, it
they had
definitely
a,
is.
they had a chance when he was a minor
Yes.
to change the way things
See
went,
if you could do
enabling him and getting him out of trouble and just doing what you could. You know what? They should have let him go and learn a lesson.
Yeah.
Or
or get him help. I don't know
Or
what you can
get-
do. I don't even know if you can be helped, but
Yeah.
try something at
Yeah.
least.
do something
Something's
different
happening.
than right.
Yeah. One that was molested, I'm sure his daddy. Oh, yeah. Or dad.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah.
Like,
I don't know. And that's one thing, and I know Burdette what you're saying, but sometimes these people are just scummy. They didn't have to have gotten raped themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just pieces of garbage.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
Yep.
There's people that could have had the best upbringing and
Yeah.
turn out bad. It just
It happens.
Well, from what I
Yeah.
was told by people who knew D'Angelo and the parents from a long time ago, the parents were always not my son, could never be my kid. That's how they always were. Like
from the
there's-
sports
from-
they always
from
with
all
a
of
lot
their
people,
with all
yeah.
of their kids. It was never their kids'
Right.
fault for anything.
And it's a problem.
Yeah.
That is
And
a
it enables
That's why they have. That's why they have brats that
good
think
question, Bill.
that become emboldened.
right
They
that
can
are
be-
enabled
yeah.
to do whatever they
I'll do
want.
what I want.
Any girls missing in Niagara Falls in the last 10 years. That is interesting. I always never forget that one, and it wasn't covered by the Niagara Reporter. And that was weird because they always remember they were always covering crime when he was there.
Yeah.
And there was one thing that happened in the I'll never forget it, between Woodlawn. No, I'm sorry, between Grand and Independence. A woman was sexually assaulted and ended up being killed and was dumped there in the alley between the two. And no one said, the reporter didn't cover that. I found that odd. Like, why wouldn't they cover that? They cover everything. And I had always said, I was working at the factory at the time, and I said to someone, boy, I wonder. You just wonder.
Yeah.
Stuck
Because,
out, yeah.
well, because it happened in the city. Why? And at the time, he was the guy over there. Why would he all of a sudden just
Right.
hands off of that one, but all the rest? Yeah, you're right, Bill. It's a good call.
Especially with that rumor that we heard too about a kid went missing. They ended up finding him
Yeah.
with him.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's
Remember that?
another thing.
Yeah, that was weird.
And what is the response? What was
Yeah.
there's no reason.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
why would that ever happen? Why? Do we even know anything about that? Like, what connection? How the hell did he get involved? I'd love to
I
know.
think it was when he was working at CPS.
No,
And he was just a lawyer. He's not a CPS, like he's not somebody like that, right?
He was an attorney for CPS.
Yeah, but like the caseworkers are the ones that would generally you might see with a kid.
Yeah.
Why the hell would he have a kid, right?
Right.
Yeah, something just happened. Mallory says, yes, we are dealing with a child abuse case for a 66-year-old.
66-year-old
Go ahead.
girl. For 66-year-old woman and a 22-year-old girl, the arraignment hearing, the entire family for the 66-year-old woman showed up, so they were supporting a child who abused our 4-year-old kids.
That's terrible. All right, let's see what Katie's got. It seems like there is an established pattern of specific family dynamics of a rapist / predator, the enabling, the protecting, believing their child is better than others and or can do no wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Definitely. I mean, they could have, you would figure, we said this many times on these podcasts, that at some point if they would have stepped in, maybe you could have saved a bunch of people from having to go through this. But instead, you saved yourself.
And I get supporting your child, okay?
Mhm.
Do it. Show up in court. They went to his 2009 one, that was in the paper, that he stabbed
They
her
were all laughing
parents
together.
in 2009, but you didn't show up to this one. So now all of a sudden, things don't go your way, and you're gonna start sending messages to victims and stuff like that,
Our daughter.
like who does that? You support your child, stand by their side, apologize for them even, but to start,
Right.
slinging shit at people because you didn't like what it turned out to be.
Right.
And isn't that amazing?
And it could have
What
been
did
so much
he
worse.
think? That's what I'm saying. What did he think? He was going to walk free.
Right.
Yeah.
You got 4 months in prison, in jail.
I'd like to know what he thinks about the campaign fraud charges and what's his excuse
Yeah.
for that one too. Did that he just didn't do that either?
Yeah, why did he do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's reading the circumstances
Yeah.
there, we know what he was, whatever. It's
He
so
must love
stupid.
Hunter Biden. That's all I can
Yeah,
say.
I don't know.
There's another guy that got away with everything, and he emboldened him. It got worse and worse. It's the same pattern.
It is, and that's Katie brought that up. That's a
Yeah.
good point. It is a pattern because those people could have just stepped in and said, all right, let's try to get you help. You know what I mean? Let's, even after 2009, if they weren't going to do it before when they already knew of stuff, then you could have said, I don't know what you do, but there's got to be some counseling of some sort
I am sure
to try to
he's
help.
done things that we don't know about.
Oh, sure.
There's probably a ton,
yeah.
and they know instinctively as a parent,
Definitely.
you know something's wrong. You know something was there. They did nothing, obviously.
Yes, Vale. Level 3,
Yes, we'll stick with them for life.
we'll stick with him for life. I think level 2 does too.
Yeah, level
Yeah,
2 as well.
He didn't even do the 6 months. Sorry, I'm late joining tonight. No,
Right,
I'm
he
here.
didn't
No,
have to do
didn't.
6 months.
Patty
It
says
gets out November 3rd.
Right,
Hi, Patty.
right. He gets out November shortly here.
Yeah.
And I just can't understand what people that would have thought could have been better for him, other than just walking away.
Right.
That's insane.
I'd like to know, which I don't understand, everybody keeps saying, well, the sex offender, what is it? Probation
Yeah.
is worse than regular probation. What's worse about it? Because that's what they're,
Right.
from what I understand, that's what they're hoping is that he'll screw up on
The
that.
Belter thing. Yeah.
What's so different that he's gonna screw up?
Yeah.
So they're willing to get somebody else
He already
hurt.
screwed up while he was in jail. Nothing was
So
right.
it's
Right.
their experiment. They want to do a social
know,
experiment with the
Think about that's what you do though to the victims as the DA because they're lazy, right? Because that's what
Right.
makes the victim say, okay, we'll give the plea deal, we'll get him another time, and that's messed up because they did it with Belter,
Yeah.
and Belter violated from what we understand, and they did nothing.
He did nothing. And guess what? Who had the same lawyer as the Belter lawyer?
He
Nick D'Angelo.
Well, yeah, that's the
Had
one
the
to get.
same lawyer that Christopher Belter had.
And Belter had a deal of a century too.
He had a great deal.
He never even went to jail. That
Yeah.
guy, he really did a great job.
I hope so. He's supposed to. I mean, he's supposed to stay away from anybody under the age of 18. So I'm sorry, but if the mother brings the stepson around him, she's an idiot.
It's not even his son.
It's not even his son.
Not even adopted,
Not even
right?
no, not even
Nothing?
his son.
Oh, so it
He
gets a
took her to
how he's
court.
banned.
He took her to court to get custody of a child that was not his. And we all know Nick likes little boys. He's very into little boys. So that's the only reason I think he wanted custody of that little boy was to abuse him.
Yeah, I mean, you put out the stuff. We know what he was on,
Oh, yeah.
those
The
websites.
grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
And-
right there.
And the mayor of North Tonawanda knows
Yeah.
as well.
And didn't someone witness an incident where there was some abuse of what we
Possibly.
think possibly
Yeah.
of that little boy?
Yes, someone did witness.
What possible, yeah. But I mean, it's just, it's just, it's disgusting. I don't know what to say. If I'm a DN, the thing is, I have a different way of looking at things, and maybe because I'm just miserable. But I don't give a fuck who it is that did that. If it was my son, if it was my grandmother, I'm telling you right now, I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
done. I don't give a fuck. If you are doing what that guy did, there's no support for me. I'm out. I would apologize absolutely to the victims.
Yeah.
And then they could tell me to go to hell, which they probably should, but at least I would do it.
Right.
There's no chance of me standing by and trying to do something here with this is.
I mean, did he not read the court transcripts with where they were saying how he contacted the minor
Right.
from CPS, the minor telling her what to say if she's ever questioned by the state police, what to say, how they don't know each other and all that. Like they
And nothing was even done
Nothing
about
was
Nothing was done about that.
Right.
Right. So he just got away with everything.
Prosecutor.
Yeah.
How about that? He did that too.
Yeah. Nothing.
No, whatever came of that.
Nothing was done about the tampering with evidence, witnesses obstruction. He sent
Oh,
the
he's
victims.
innocent.
He sent the victims messages trying to intimidate them. Nothing was done about that.
That's why all the other girls who actually did come forward and contact Noelle to say, well, this and this happened. When he walked free with no bail, he had the opportunity to contact all of them and either pay them off or threaten them like he does. And everybody got scared and backed away, except for the 3 girls that stood steadfast.
That was his gift. He was given that opportunity to just go do everything.
Right.
Go tie up what you need to think you got to tie up. They let him do that. So
And they said, forgive me, I just had his dick locked up in another jail. His mugshot is not on the NCS. Oh,
that's a good question.
Sheriff's office. Does he mean Niagara County Sheriff's
Yeah.
Office? Oh, the Sheriff's Office, they're friends with Nick D'Angelo, so they don't ever post about Nick D'Angelo.
Because there's usually a roster,
Yeah,
an inmate roster there.
yeah,
That's
they don't
interesting.
ever post about Nick D'Angelo. They stay away from him.
Why wouldn't he be on the roster?
Good question, Greg.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
There's no reason for him not to be on the roster.
He's in
Wow.
Niagara County Jail.
Yeah, well, he's
He's
there.
been coddled and protected since 2009.
And he can't even behave himself while he's in jail.
That's another thing. Wouldn't he have just violated himself there? That right there, he should have been thrown to prison.
Yeah.
Immediately, it should be, okay, get on this bus. You're heading upstate. I mean, that'd have been it.
The sheriff won't post anything about Nick D'Angelo. He loves Nick. Nick was helping him out on the Niagara Action page.
And I don't think Scott, he can't get the action back if they're seriously going to watch him.
If they actually watch him.
Yeah.
He's on there. I just looked on one.
He is on there? Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
good
okay.
then.
He's on the
Can you
roster.
screenshot it and send it to me?
He has to be on the roster because he's got what is today? October what? 10th? 9th? 10th? 9th? He's going to be home for Thanksgiving. So I think the people that support him should be happy.
Yeah.
And whatever. I still, the one thing that's disgusting and I can never get out of my head is that, and I'm sitting near Noelle here too, and not just her, the others, they just threw those out.
Yeah.
Just to throw those out. I've never heard of such a thing.
Me either.
So they just ripped them up. I mean, where are those? Because wasn't there an didn't the state police talk to you? So you had to give your whole
And
story.
sit there for, I think I was there for
Hours.
7 hours. Did a report and everything and
Does anyone out there listen to this? This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
They threw away 3 cases
Yeah.
that wow. Will he be moving back in with mommy and daddy?
Mommy and Daddy bought him a new house supposedly in Cambria. So we'll make
Cambria?
sure. Yeah, that's
Oh, I
what
thought it was-
I thought it was Sanborn too, but somebody said
I'm
Cambria.
bringing him way out there.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out his address and we'll make sure some flyers go up around that neighborhood.
It'll be interesting to see what type of job he can do. Now, if they do make him level 3, I don't know if the county could get involved. Like, I'd be interested to see, because
Yeah.
I had assumed he'd find something. I mean, they could probably make him work on the highway department, like doing like,
Because supposedly they were going to try and find him
What
a
about the
factory
chain
job.
oh god,
Factory.
factory job.
Anybody who ends up
That's
working
not
with
near
him.
any kids.
Yeah, right.
The condom factory.
I see guys like him shouldn't be. That's the problem. And when you don't, he
And
needed
that's
to-
why you tell me I'm not allowed to work in the factory.
right, because I've worked there and I
Yeah.
know what goes on there. Those are the guys they shove in there. And then I got to train them, and you want to kill them. Why would I want you around them? But I mean, let's see here. In Cambria, that's where I live. I will find. Yeah, Gary, we'll figure it out. We'll find out. We need to know because we got to alert the public.
Yeah, Gary, get on that.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what I haven't never looked, Gail, it's a good point of what that sex probation is.
Yeah.
Sex offender probation, what does that
I know
mean?
I know you're not supposed to have like internet and no social media or a phone or.
How could he?
He'll have it somebody else's name, that's all.
Yeah.
Right.
He's not supposed to have probably not a phone with internet on it, right? I'm guessing, well, my company is hiring, we'll put in a good word for him.
Work side by side with them. Have lunch together.
Flyers need to be handed out in that area. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
They definitely will be.
Yes, absolutely.
And posted.
Yeah.
But, so he's not supposed to have internet, yeah, I
Not
don't know.
allowed to be near kids under 18.
That's what they do on all the level 3s.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
because you know what, if he's level 1, do you know you don't even make the list?
No, you don't even make the
Like
list.
that would have been,
This guy next door was all over the place.
yeah, so
Yeah,
what were they doing to him?
Level thing, nothing happened. I told you what the cops
Right.
told me.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. This is still not, like, it never ends. You know what I mean, Noelle? It never ends. How could it end?
Right.
Because they didn't put an end to it.
They didn't.
No.
Claims that he did not get what he did.
Yeah.
He didn't.
It's a joke.
4 months? And people still think it's 6 months. It's only 4 months. 4 months.
This part of it went downhill
It went by
as soon
so
as
fast,
they
it's already
agreed
over.
to D felony. As soon as it went from those felonies to a D, it was
That gave
over.
them the option.
It was
Yeah.
over, yeah.
Yeah.
So their lawyers were that good, Dave. They were so good that they got them to negotiate D, and that's what got him
The lightest sentence
the
possible
lightest
that
sentence
I've ever
possible.
seen. That
Yeah.
anyone's could
In
have
a
ever
jail
seen.
that wouldn't, in a regular prison, he probably would have had a,
Oh, in a regular prison, there's trouble for
yeah,
this guy. This is a whole nother story.
yeah,
That's where he belonged, and he belonged there for at least 10 years.
Yeah.
And a hell of a lot more.
Minimum.
Minimum.
In a prison, I don't think that they put
Oh,
you
thanks,
separate. I think,
well,
Oh, here we go.
this jail they do, but not in prison.
Bill.
Here he is.
Oh,
Let's see that.
let me take this down. And you can see him. There he is. They will set him up in Arizona somewhere. Yeah, that would be something. Honestly, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, he shouldn't be able to move. I
No, he
assume.
shouldn't be.
He probably can't be able to do anything.
I'm wondering if that's one of the rules too, if he can't move. Well, he just got a brand new house, like I said, in Cambria, so
Yeah.
parents are stuck paying for that.
I wonder.
I think they're gonna get money from me, they're not.
I just would like to know. I'd like to know what the prosecutors think. Like, how do they sleep at night? How does the state police people that say, oh, that the prosecutors did a great job? How do they even? How did they do a great job? He got 4 months.
Yeah.
That's not a great job.
That's
That's
not a great
pathetic.
job.
That's terrible. You fail. You failed the entire community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And if you've seen
Where-
everybody had a problem.
you know what? I mean, seriously now, where is the community outrage?
Yeah.
Or there's outrage out there, but it's limited to us and a few others. Great people, by the way.
Yeah.
Right? And the people who like Scott and Patty Hayes and Diane Dunn and on and on and on. And John and Robin, of course. But where is the community saying, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, she's right. She's told me about that. Caitlin said, his dad pisses me off. How dare he say anything about any victims? I watched his son assault someone in his living room after he was already accused of the 2009 rape. Yep,
yeah, I remember that story too now.
Is that right?
Wow, that's what I mean.
In their home?
in their home.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see as
It's like
we go.
Belter. It's just like Belter.
It is.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's exactly Belter. They played the same book. The DAs did the exact same thing to the victims.
You know what though, and no offense to anybody that's involved in the Belter case, but they don't have a Noelle.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what happened. That's how
this
Belter.
isn't gonna
That
end-
would have been him if it
Mhm.
wasn't for Noelle. He would have got the Belter.
Yeah.
deal. They wanted it. They were trying so hard. The only reason why he got 4 months is because of that.
He used the same
Seriously.
game plan.
Mhm.
Yep.
Same
Exact.
game plan as Belter. I don't know how many people out there even know the name Belter and what it means.
Yeah.
right.
The DAs doing that to the victims is disgusting.
Yeah.
Saying to them, let's just get it over with, and he'll violate himself and go to prison for 40 years. Come on.
Well, what pissed me off is the DA told me, oh, you're gonna be happy and satisfied with
That
with
Lynn?
this in the end. Yeah.
Joke.
It's gonna be exactly what you wanted it to be. No, it's not.
No, it's.
No.
If I had the choice, I
Disgrace.
would not have agreed to that. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't have.
Yeah,
agreed.
how about the fact they threw out your kid?
Threw out my kid.
Yeah, oh yeah, real
Yeah.
happy,
The
yeah.
secretary's case got
Thrown
thrown
out,
out.
yeah.
I mean, there's so many other people he assaulted too. So many other, it's not just them that, I mean,
Right.
there's tons, I've counted almost 40.
And people
40.
probably don't
Yeah.
understand, like, from a victim's perspective, what that feels like to have your case just thrown away.
That's,
Yeah.
Like,
messed
hey, you know, we just made you sit for 7 hours and give us every single detail of
Yeah.
what happened and go through this awful event all over again. And now we're just gonna tell you that it doesn't matter and it didn't
Yeah.
happen. And
Wasted my time.
I'm
I'd like
tired.
to know how they're going to watch him.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd
Why
like
would
to
they
know.
pick a female for a probation officer too? Really? Why would you give them a female probation?
I
I
don't,
don't trust that.
I would love to know what they're gonna do with him, or what the difference is. I mean, how do you figure out if he's on the internet? I don't know, I guess.
He still has his Facebook up. His Facebook is still up. So,
That's interesting.
yeah.
yeah, his Facebook hasn't been taken down.
That's real interesting that he would still have that up and no one took it down, or he didn't take it
He
down
didn't take it
himself.
down, no.
Wow.
Still on there.
This is a good point here. Caitlin says, I'm tired of let's get it over with. The city of Niagara Falls is so corrupt. Yeah,
Yeah.
the city, the county, the whole damn thing. Erie County too. Let's not leave them
Yeah.
out because
Yeah.
they were the DAs that did this.
Yeah.
It was them.
I
That we,
almost feel like I shouldn't have even stopped Niagara County.
You're
doing
right.
it.
I
wonder if
kinda-
Niagara County would have done a better job.
or at least, you know what it would have done? It would have certainly put them on notice.
Yeah.
Like, it'd have been interesting to watch them wiggle around because I don't know how they'd have handled it.
I'd like to be able to talk to the rape victims in Chickamauga. See on polling cars what they did, bringing them people in there, and they got those girls raped. You don't hear anything. What do you hear?
They tell them to be quiet. They tell the
They
victims
tell
to
the
be
victims
quiet.
to be quiet. That is
Don't say anything.
and that all goes with then the DA thing saying, don't worry, let's just get it over with. He'll violate and he'll
And you
go
know
to
what one
prison.
of the victims said to me
That's what it
too about this after Dave attacked her? She goes, you know what? I've been quiet this whole entire time. I've been making
Right.
sure that I've kept quiet and I'm still getting attacked. Like I'm still being attacked. Like what the fuck? Like
Right.
she's like, I haven't said a word. And
Yeah.
he's on here attacking me.
I hope they do go after him.
Go
I really
after
do.
him.
Yeah, now you guys don't have to be quiet. You guys have all the right in the world to speak out.
Yeah, anyone that
And
went
for-
quiet, I don't.
And for victims or future victims, you don't have to be quiet.
Yeah,
No
you
matter
don't have to.
what anyone tells you, you don't have to be quiet.
Thanks, Bill.
You're not gonna go to jail if you don't be quiet. Like nothing's gonna.
Yeah, you don't go to jail. You get 4 months in jail. I still can't get it. I cannot believe the 4 months in jail and the other rape cases thrown out the door. That is the most unbelievable thing I've ever heard. And if anyone in that DA's office thinks that that's a victory, then we're in big, big trouble.
Yeah.
Because
You should have went
Yeah.
to trial. You should have taken it to trial. You would have had the other girls, like me and everybody would have been able to speak. You would have had so much against him. And that's why Nick D'Angelo took the plea deal, because he knew he would have lost at trial.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly why he took. I mean, I would take the plea deal to 4
Oh,
months.
it's a great deal.
Yeah.
4 months, are you
Versus
kidding me?
40
I would
years.
jump to that.
And he had it, and that's where it's sick because the DA had to be involved. Like they were a part of that.
Yeah.
They made
Mhm.
that happen.
Right.
So it just seemed like it was get it over with. Let's get it done as quick as possible. And I feel sorry for those victims because those ones from the case, because they just got railroad, they got lied to.
His dad is a piece of shit. His son has been this way forever. And instead of getting him help, they enable him and act like he's a golden boy while he's disgusting with his stupid, disgusting mustache. Yeah. No,
That's okay.
no,
People should
you're
be
right.
mad,
You
really.
should be- Yeah.
A lot of people should be
His
mad.
dad's a piece of shit, plain and
Yeah.
simple. He wanted to jump on there and attack the victims. This is what he gets. He gets it right back. There's no, and I don't want to see any fucking papers come into my house from you either, Dave D'Angelo, because they're gonna get thrown right in the trash or burned.
Yeah, or they're gonna go right back at you.
Or I'm gonna come after you hardcore because you started.
They love yeah, you're right, Katie. They love a quick, clean sweep over in the Niagara County. Yeah, they do. And Erie County too, Katie, because that was them.
Yeah.
Erie County did it as well. So, and once again, October 22nd, we'll find out if they lower it from level 3. I didn't know there was violent offense. I
I didn't know that.
I never heard of that before.
So what,
I
if
don't
you're
know.
a level 3 sex offender, aren't you automatically violent? I mean,
Yeah.
D felonies don't carry violence or victim.
They made him plead guilty to, the
Isn't that,
non-violent felony.
isn't that scary?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Isn't that-
unbelievable. Yeah, yeah.
No
I mean-
violence or victim. So we're just like
Yeah, well-
friendly raping
Yeah, they're
people
friendly
that don't
rapists.
exist.
Yeah, that has been,
Yeah,
it
They
doesn't make
couldn't
sense.
rape the person because it was victim.
That's what I mean.
Right,
so
right.
we're just,
Yeah, right.
He had sex with the couch
The
and then he
couch.
got in trouble.
yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It was non-violent and it.
They went for it.
Yeah.
Girls actually agreed to it. I'd like to know the pressure on them.
Oh, well,
Oh my.
they were told that this was the best
Right.
option and
This is it.
this was gonna, yeah, this was the best thing, and he's gonna get 44 years in jail because he's gonna violate his probation. So if you agree to this, then watch, he'll violate his probation and end up in jail for 44 years.
Prosecutors,
Prosecutor.
prosecutor was terrible. I don't care.
Oh
She
my
was
God.
terrible.
terrible.
She let him get
Oh.
away with so
Terrible.
much.
I told her so.
And the judge too.
We all told her.
Yeah.
The judge was bad too.
He owned her.
I think she knows what we think of her.
I would say so.
I have a feeling.
So with my big mouth, she heard me.
Yeah, I think she
My
might.
brother Johnny blistered her.
I just,
I think she might know.
yeah, yeah.
And that little gown she had
Yes.
carrying the briefcase next to
She
her.
can't expect
Dweeby
everybody to be
was.
happy.
Yeah, I got a problem with well, sex crimes are just not, we've said this 1,000 times, they're just not taken
And you would
seriously
think
enough.
The thing that would really gets into people's soul, they're so pissed off. Yet we get to the law and it's way, way down.
Right. No, right. It's way, way down. It's not even they barely want to make it. I feel like, and I keep saying this, with the way they're doing with consent and they're talking how kids can do whatever they, at 6 years old, they can choose to be a boy or girl, whatever they can do. It concerns me that consent is going away. So it won't
Yeah,
matter.
you're right. Dave did threaten me. That was an absolute threat. I showed it to the state police. They told me to go to the police about it. I need to go to the local police department. It wasn't actually a threat, like Dave D'Angelo said to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's okay, William. That's a good point. One of the deputies that was harassing Katie just got a huge promotion.
Yeah. Of course. Well, that's what we do. What else do we got? October 22nd, like I said, we'll be watching to see if he ends up staying at level 3 sex offender.
Yeah.
Noelle, any more? Anything else that you can think of? I don't want to go away yet, but but I do have something I want to show. Okay. This is coming up Saturday. This is a fun thing. At Rapids Theater.
This is the
14th. October 14th.
season premiere of Deathwalker. The show that's on what all the channels, Film Rise and a lot of other channels. It was starring Nick Groff and Tessa Groff. Nick is probably the world's leading, I would say, paranormal investigator.
If you ever watched the show Ghost Adventures or Paranormal Lockdown, it was huge, huge show. It was Nick Groff. Fuck that. No, Nick Groff. He was in Ghost Adventures and Paranormal
He
Lockdown.
started those.
He started those, yeah. So
And
those are big shows. He's my brother-in-law now.
He's your brother-in-law. Yeah, so they're gonna have the season 4 premiere, and Tessa and I'm a little biased here, probably the world's best psychic medium, will be there on stage, and it's gonna be a hell of a show. And you can get in free. You could just come, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's gonna be an amazing. What Nick shows is amazing stuff, and now they're working together, so they're kind of like the paranormal dynamic duo.
And it's Rapids Theater right here on Main Street in Niagara Falls.
Right.
October 14th. What time? 6?
I think the doors open at 6. The show starts at 7.
Okay, yeah, so it's free of charge, man, go.
The beautiful Rapids Theater.
Yeah, I'm glad it's open again. It had its
Yeah.
problems there for
Yeah,
a
it did.
moment, so I'm glad it's open. But remember, that's Noelle's sister, brother-in-law, everything.
And
Really
you
cool.
know, back a number of years back, the Rapids Theater itself was so haunted that what was it? Paranormal Lockdown? The Taps people came here and did a show just on the theater itself.
Really?
So, and that was really a cool one. And so Nick and Tessa is going to show you things that'll curl your hair. So come on up.
Yeah, yes, come on out, please. Pack the place.
We'll have a good time too.
Yeah, pack the place. It'll be great Saturday night.
If you ever want to watch Death Walker too, it's on Tubi and Film Rise. It's for free.
And it's,
Yeah, Remy's
and
on it.
it's on Peacock now.
Oh, it's on.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Peacock picked it up. So it's rolling good, guys.
It's really good stuff.
That's awesome. The Peacock. has it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good. Yeah, that's awesome. It'll be a great time.
You'll be able to meet Nick. You'll be able to meet Tess. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good time. I wish I could go, but it's gonna be a good time.
Get that show.
Yeah.
You got to stop planning stuff.
I didn't. It was planned before I knew. I didn't know.
Well,
It was months ago with this thing.
Oh my God.
Spending money. Well, you can leave. Go ahead.
I don't know, I'm
Take
gonna
a
go
walk.
without you.
You can if you have. I don't. Go ahead.
There you go.
No, don't walk.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, 'cause she won't drive.
Yeah, don't walk.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. You're not. Right. Let's see. Anything else? I won't love to go, but I'd love to go, but I'm going to a wedding. Nice. Rapids Theater, yes.
Spread the word.
Yeah, keep sharing it too. That'd
Yeah.
be cool. Share it on Facebook, share it anywhere you can. Anything else, Noelle, that we should be talking about or that we might have forgotten tonight? Robin, Gail?
Janelle Fossil's feeling about Nick being a level 3. She's probably
Oh,
more
yeah.
attracted. She's probably even more attracted to him now that he's a level 3.
It is interesting what her thoughts would be on this at
Yeah.
this point,
Yeah,
because
a lot of threes are working on
she
it,
did
yeah.
get away scot-free as well.
Is their son, I mean, her son, is he over 18 or is he not allowed? No, also he's not allowed to see Nick either.
We
Yeah.
don't think he will. This is going to be an interesting situation as far as how many times he gets violated without being violated.
Yeah.
Any updates on that? That's a good question. The cop?
No updates that I know of.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's still a dog killer out there. Lives on the end of 66 and 65th on Buffalo Avenue.
Disgusting way he did that. What he did to that dog,
Disgusting.
to that
Disgusting.
family, and
Murder.
should be in jail.
Yeah.
Yes,
Murder.
Liv, there is another hearing on October
Yeah.
22nd.
Yes, there is. another
Yes,
one.
and that's to try to make him something called a violent
Yeah,
offender
violent offender.
or reduce it. They probably want him to go to level 1. Is it possible to write to the DA or something to keep him as level 3? You could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, you could.
That's a huge thing. I think we should
The
let our
judge?
guard
Do
down.
not write to the DA.
Judge probably,
Yeah,
right?
right to the.
Write to the judge, Deborah Gibbons. Do not write
Deborah
to the
Gibbons.
DA because the DA is the one who gave him a sweet deal.
You can give that information. You still have that. Or
I don't have it on me.
We'll put it on.
We'll find it.
Yeah,
Deborah Givens.
Never give him her name.
yeah, because he's got I mean, what are they going to do? Make him level 1? Seriously,
Yeah,
what could
really.
they possibly
Who knows?
do?
His lawyers, he's got great lawyers. They possibly could somehow fight it and make him level 2 or something. But the thing is he scored 165 points. In order to be a level 3 sex offender, all you have to get is 110 points. Nick got 165 points. So if they're able to fight that and get that dropped, I'll be surprised.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. That'll be, well, you're right though. He got 4 months.
Yeah, he got 4 months. I mean, they've been able to get him off the hook so far, so who knows? I'm not keeping my head
Yeah.
up, or I'm not
Mhm.
getting my hopes up.
We've
Because who
learned.
knows?
Yeah, we've learned through this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Remember when we thought bail?
Oh, there we go. Katie's got it.
Oh, there we are. We'll put it up. There's Deborah Givens. If you guys want to write, Park 2325 Delaware Avenue, Buffalo, New York,
Oh,
14202.
Liv, can you show me, Liv, like screenshot it or whatever to me that she's getting called up? Because
Oh, I'll get on to it.
I accidentally deleted my Twitter because it got changed. It changed to a different name, so I didn't know it was Twitter, and I accidentally deleted it, so I can't even get onto my Twitter anymore.
I got to get you. I got to send you things to
Like
Citizens
Twitter,
United.
Yeah.
Because that's where we got Twitter there. So
Right.
let's see here. What else are we saying here? What the fuck? They make him level 3, then give him a hearing to drop him down to another level. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Anything I share of his, I get reported also. I was blocked from posting for a month. And Liv says, yeah, and send it to, when you get it, send it to me as
Okay.
well. Cause I want to see, cause it's the Citizens United page could go
Yeah.
there. And that would be fun. All right, what else? That's about it, I guess.
Yeah.
I think we've said everything we can say for this week, but it's not gonna end. And we're the only ones that are watching it.
Yeah.
And always have to begin with.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing you got to remember, I think, going forward, every time you see cases like this, we kind of have to pay attention
Yeah.
because he's not going to be the last,
No.
certainly not.
No.
It's easy. Thanks, Katie. It's easy. The guy who's running around with the gun, it'll be easy to make an example of him.
Right.
You know, and he should be. Don't get me wrong. He should go away forever.
Right.
But you know what? That's the one that they like. That's the one that's the easy one.
unfriendly. That's the unfriendly rate.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you have gunpoint behind the damn
That's
store.
the violent.
Right. That's the
Thanks, Stacy.
the only yes. Thank you, Stacy,
Yeah. Thanks, Stacey.
Gary, and anyone else that sent us stars. We always
And once
appreciate
again,
it.
thank you, Stacy, for showing up to court that day
Yeah.
and getting that on film and everything. That was awesome. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
that's
much.
awesome, Stacy.
You know, Dave, that would be a good thing. Why don't you send stars?
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be your way of apologizing. Send stars.
Send
Yeah.
lots.
Katie, you're right.
Lots of stars.
We need to pay attention and show up. Court watchers have so much weight and point picture to judges, DAs, court staff, attorneys, etc. You know, Katie, you're so right. We, me and Robin are just talking about that. It's so hard for people who work though.
Yeah,
Like,
they need to. They
we
need to
need-
make some kind of thing like how they pay people for jury duty. They need to make some kind of exception for people who want to be court watchers. You should
They
be
should.
allowed so many hours
Yeah.
a month.
a month or whatever to be a court watcher
Yeah.
because if you-
Everything's at 10 a.m.
yeah.
Everything's at 2 p.m. or 10 a.m.
Unless you're Nick D'Angelo and you get it at a decent time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
at 2 p.m. Remember, it was always 2 p.m.
Yeah,
it felt
2
like.
p.m. or 11 or.
But we do have to watch, even if we have to watch from a day, we just have to keep our eyes on all this stuff. But these sex crimes cases, we've been all over them on this show, and pedophiles, the whole deal. And I'll tell you what, we are learning what we already know. No one cares. They're not taken seriously, and it's a joke.
Thanks, Don.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for the stars.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Always check Noelle's. No, you got a new one.
I got
Yeah,
a new
tell them
Facebook
that.
page. If you get a request from me, it's El Teresa. That is my new Facebook page. I got kicked off my other one because it was sending. I know, not because I did anything wrong, just because I logged off of it to go on a different. I think I accidentally switched over to Citizens United. And when I went, yeah, because it switched me over, then I went to go back onto that, and all of a sudden it said I needed a code to get back on, and it sent the code to my old phone number that I don't have anymore, and I can't get onto it without the code. I've tried everything.
Oh, more. Thank you guys for sending stars. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
This is gonna be it then. Oh, Bill, thanks for watching. Is Bill, the guy I do the hockey podcast with, Puckett. He was here
Oh, that's
watching
awesome.
from Wisconsin. So thanks for watching.
You
Hey,
think-
so spread the word there.
I'd like to just say thank you to all the people who came out on the protest, like Patty Hayes, William Nye, who was unbelievable, and Scott the Magnificent, who's been one of the biggest fighters. Diane Dunn, my brother John, who's watching right now, just got hip surgery, by the way.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
doing great.
is he good?
Doing great, yeah. And who am I know I'm gonna miss somebody. Who are we missing?
Courtney, your ass is coming on here one of these.
Courtney, where you been?
Me and Courtney are gonna be doing, we're gonna do another prank phone call podcast one of these days.
Yeah, definitely.
It's gonna be easy to.
And
It's the only time I actually seriously laugh. Like when I have this laugh, this crazy laugh. Like I don't breathe when I laugh. And Courtney's the only one that could get me to do it. She's the only one that could get me to laugh like that.
Hi.
Yeah, show up here some Monday. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Courtney, yeah.
All right. Why don't we go home now? Nothing else, man. October 14th, Rapids Theater. If you want to, get there.
Get
And
there,
it'll be
yeah.
a lot of fun. Death Walker.
Good night out.
What is it? Season 4
Season 4.
premiere. So check it out.
A lot of local people in these and
Courtney.
local places that they film in. So it's really Western New York.
Courtney said, Jerry, make me some damn macaroni.
I promised you the broccoli macaroni. I'm sticking to it, but you don't come here. So I'm blaming you totally.
All right, guys, we're gonna take off. Keep an eye on our page, Citizens United page, Noelle's new one. We're on Twitter, we're on Rumble, and well, I mean X. I'm sorry, not Twitter. We're on Rumble.
This Don Long wants to know if we have anything on the Niagara Falls High School incident.
Courtney's on busting your door.
We did, and the guy, shoot, I had the video and I don't have it loaded up where he grabbed the girl and body slammed her.
The only thing that I could find is that the girl spit on him and kicked him in the balls.
Oh.
But the thing is, she was just standing there.
Yeah, he's got to be in trouble.
She was
Yeah.
just standing there when he
There's a way
slammed
to,
her.
You can't do
there's
that.
a way, no, there's a way to do.
Courtney said, I want to braid Jerry.
Because if he would have,
I'd
if he would have, like, imagine if she hit her head and died or something. I mean, you can't do that stuff.
No.
Yeah.
You're out of control at that point. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I was watching her kick him and spit on him, I might understand.
There's a way to subdue
Yeah.
it, but there's a way to do
There's a
it.
way to
I've
do
done
it. Yeah.
I've done it, and big girls like that too. And so, and guys, in court, I've been big ones, and
You're gonna get the blast.
but anyway, yeah, it's
There's a way to do it.
There's a way
Right.
to
That,
do
that
it,
was
yeah.
unbelievable. It was a belly to belly suplex.
What did they call it? But there's a way to. Right, there's a name for it. The
Yeah.
cops told me.
Yeah.
He
There's a
he did a UFC movie
reasonable
first.
It's
Or you're
called
still
reasonable
romantic.
force,
Yeah.
where he could have got her and whipped her around by the hands,
Sure.
put a arm behind her back and put her down. Just grabbed her because he's a big
Yeah.
guy and then put her against the wall. A lot of things you could do.
That school looks like a real circus, and I don't know what you can do. But I thought the police were always there. Like they should have been running it.
The
School's too
things-
big.
The
school's
things
too
that I
big.
hear at that school make me think that it, like, of the alternative school. Like, you would think that that school is the alternative school. It's so bad.
Yeah, I gotta wonder why they didn't already expel it. Have her out.
They-
Courtney, how are
That's where
your-
I come in.
Yeah.
Trust
Courtney.
me.
How are your 10 children doing? How are your 10 kids doing?
Yeah, that's hard, Courtney. We
Are you
love
still married to Flavio? Anyway, but anyway, yeah, the schools have been out of control for a long time. Teachers will tell you that.
Yeah, that's what we had the video, but I never loaded it up
They
because
took away detention. They took away. They want to keep the suspension rate low.
Right.
That nobody fails a lot. It's hard to even fail a kid. So this is what you're getting. You're getting an atmosphere of, violence.
emboldenment.
And both
chaos.
they've emboldened them.
all right,
Nick
everybody.
was emboldened.
Courtney said, I'm gonna come have a candlelight vigil in your house, Jerry.
I love you, Courtney.
And on that, we will see you guys next week.
All right,
Take care, everybody.
bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye. Thank you.